Welcome back, Vintage Gamers, to Vintage Challenge time, first weekend of November 2022. I didn't really find anything that sparked joy this week. I was looking for something fun to do for Saturday that was going to be competitive, and I didn't really see anything that caught my eye. So I wanted to go back and play this mono red deck. I've been very enamored with Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Very, very powerful card that I think fixes a lot of core problems with these decks, and the fact that you can discard lock pieces or lands that don't help you progress the game and draw new cards. I was also really impressed every time we played Cave of the Chaos Adventure. It was definitely better with Forcible backup, but this clock is just extremely fast. And if you want a way to close the game out, that's going to be it. Fury also been killing a lot of cool cards in Vintage. So we're going to play pretty similar to the last mono red version we played. Obviously, we're not playing 4 Maddening Hex anymore because it's just pretty hard to cast with your 8 soul land mana base. And then I played more caves instead of Maddening Hexes. And I also put in a Ensnaring Bridge in the Karn board so that we technically have a way to beat Sphinx of the Steelwind. If I remember correctly, last time we would just have to scoop to Sphinx of the Steelwind, and I didn't really like that. I wanted to have at least something to play to. So that's the idea. Everything else is the same. I think this is like a pretty stock and standard way to build this kind of deck, and hopefully we can Blood Moon some people out today. Should be fun. If you'd like to see your deck played on this channel, check out the Patreon link in the description below, where you can find all the information you need to submit a donation deck list. Let's battle. All right, here we go. Round 1, Vintage Challenge. Opponent is going to be on blue-white Paradoxical Outcome with less than 4 sagas. This hand is great. Just gonna play Fable and Magus and hope that that is good enough. I don't really think there's a world where I would play Caves here. I think I just play my 6-card hand and see if we'll do it. I think this is gonna be challenging. PO is really strong, and this deck doesn't have like a million ways. Like if they were relying on Saga a ton, then we have 8 moons and we have some hexes and that, but we only really have a Trinisphere in the main, and then post board we get some Pyros. But I was playing like blue red caves against PO, and like having Pyros and Flusters didn't even feel like it mattered. So let's see. The best way to sequence this is Black Lotus, Ancient Tomb, Magus. Or maybe the best way to sequence this is Black Lotus, Ancient Tomb, Fable, and then Chrome Mox, Magus. That kind of sounds right to me. Well, yeah, I think that's fine. I don't know if there's like better sequencing than that. All right, I mean, I played my cards. All right, that's good. Resolving is good. Okay, Mountain is good. Do they have Opal? They have Opal. Do they have Metalcraft? They have Metalcraft, so Magus didn't really help. This is like kind of the reason why PO is really good against Magus, whereas Tinker, Saga, and Breach are not good against Magus, because PO just can play Opal and solve all their problems. We are going to just loot both of this away. Are we going to loot both? Yeah, I'm going to loot both, because we'll have 3 mana either way from attacking. Oh, that's a really good draw. That's probably the best single draw in our entire deck, so. I'm glad I looted 2 cards away, and this is the exact scenario where Fable is just so good in this kind of deck. I took 2 mountains and turned them into 2 cards. My opponent gets to cast Ancestral. They take some damage. They took 6 damage because my Maddening Hexes are on another level. They found Basic Island, which is powerful. They don't have much time, though. There are 2 Basic Islands in my opponent's deck. They're playing 3 Tundra, 1 UC, 2 Islands, 3 Sagas or something. So they're going to go to 6. I think the only way they really win is land tinker or just time vault, probably. Because they don't technically have to play any, they can just play sagas and make constructs with infinite turns. All right, Brainstorm put them to 1, so now they can't cast any more non-creature spells, and we win. Maddening Hex is very good against PO. Let's put it that way. How much did Maddening Hex deal? 11 damage? My lord. Holy hell. Maybe I should have put 2 more Maddening Hex in the sideboard. I'm going to bring in Pyro and Shattering Spree. Oh, I guess we do have Chalice. That's kind of nice. Magus kills Saga, for sure. Oh, you're right. So they couldn't play just Saga. They would have to have exactly... Well, they can play Mentor, but they can't play spells? Huh, you're right. Maybe they couldn't get out of that without, even if they took infinite turns. It's possible. Anyways. I think we just get rid of Fury. Because my opponent will only have Mentor. And if opponent has a Mentor, we just lose anyways. So there's not really a point. Yeah, maybe this. Yeah, that's possible. No blue channel lands. I think I'm just gonna take out Furies and some Caves and bring in Pyros and Sprees. I don't think Sprees are like particularly great against PO, but I do need to turn off Opal to make my Maguses good. So I kind of think that this deck probably just wants its Sprees. Something I could really enjoy here is like more Maddening Hexes or Null Rods or something like that, but I'm pretty happy to take a game 1 against PO. This hand does not cast Magic the Gathering cards. Let's try again. This hand does not cast Magic the Gathering cards. Let's try again. This hand does technically cast Magic the Gathering cards. I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to put 1 Monkey and 1 Fable to the bottom. And we'll go for Monkey into Hex and hope that's good. Hope our opponent doesn't murder us too badly. I don't think this hand is like particularly good against PO. I think we probably need to have a hand that has a Pyroblast and a Simian Spirit Guide or something, but this is going to be Ancestral. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look good. It looks bad for the home team. Kind of the problem with playing blue decks or non-blue decks against Tinker decks in Vintage for sure. All right, Demonic. Oh, looks like opponent is mentoring. It's a good play. Ragavan, once again, completely useless magic card. So Fury would actually be quite good here if opponent doesn't have Force of Will, but I think it's just super narrow. Monkey resolving just is completely irrelevant because the card never does anything. It's just such a bad magic card. The fact that it has to hit to actually do something it's just not achievable. All right, and we can concede. Yeah, let's concede. Like I said, I still don't think that having Furies in my deck just to answer Mentor makes sense to me. So I think we'll just rerun it like this. Like you could maybe argue you want Cage, but having Cage with Karn seems good as well. So I think this is fine. I clearly Monkey is like Monkey, if it connects, is very good for our deck. So much so that I'm playing it. But the problem with Monkey as a Magic card is that it has to connect, and that just doesn't happen. Yeah, this hand's fantastic. Keep. So let's go with. Just gonna go with Blood Moon into Fable. And if they counter Blood Moon, then I will play Magus. Okay. Like you can like this Goblin Shaman token is so good. But that's because it doesn't need to hit. Like this is always giving me a mana. Okay, no Opal, that's good. Ooh, wow. Now this is an interesting choice. I do not know how many or which cards I'd like to pitch. I think I would like to keep Shattering Spree. I guess I can just pitch Spirit Guide and Magus, but then I don't have... Yeah, I kind of think that's the play. I have better cards in my deck. Okay. So here, I think I'm just going to play another Magus. So that should solidify Blood Moons. And I don't really think I'm getting the most value if I spree this turn, so. All right, so if opponent doesn't find Island or Opal, then they're in trouble. They just can't cast spells. Oh my god, I just keep drawing the 2 Maddening Hexes. And this Shaman just keeps giving me a thing. This is going good. I've just, every time we've just drawn our Maddening Hex. But again, we would never draw these Maddening Hexes in time if we didn't get to loot away 2 cards with Fable. I just want to, like, Fable is just so good. I think we have a good shot at this game. Basic islands are broken. Tell your friends. So I think it just makes sense to copy Shaman. And then I do think I'm going to Spree. For 2. Just to give them no outs of Tinkering a Sphinx. I guess I'm going to Spree for 3. Oh, I don't want to replicate 3 times. I want to replicate twice. I don't want them to hit Sphinx. All right. I think we actually beat Pio. Crazy. Magus was actually very good in this game. So if opponent isn't able to get Mox Opal on and they are on the draw, Magus looks pretty sweet. I'm replicating to beat Force of Will. Because they would have to Force of Will each copy. So I decided to replicate. I don't know if 3 is the right number. Maybe 2 copies is, or what, like two is fine. But I will definitely take that. Okay, round 2. Mono red. We're up against Doomsday Expert, Max Magicer. I actually think that our deck could be okay if we can slam an early Blood Moon. Opponent's deck will have some trouble making mana to cast spells. This hand does not slam a turn 1 Blood Moon, so I'm not very interested. This hand does slam a turn 1 Blood Moon, and I am interested. I get to pitch Mountain and go. I can pitch Spirit Guide and go Magus Ragavan, or I can pitch Mountain and go. I can pitch Mountain and go Dash Ragavan with a Spirit Guide and a Ruby. And even if Ragavan gets countered, I can still play Tomb, Spirit Guide, Magus. I think that's pretty good. I guess I'm on the draw, but maybe we'll die on turn 1. It is Doomsday. Hopefully they don't go look at my Twitter and then fetch Basic Island. That would make me sad. Yeah, I think I could see it having a realistic Doomsday matchup. I agree. Opponent is unfortunately also in the Modern Challenge, so probably be back and forth on how fast they're playing. You know you're a Doomsday expert when you can double queue the deck. There are Doomsday pass hands? I've never seen those. That's a thing? I didn't keep my hand fast enough for Max to stick around, unfortunately. Okay, basic island off of no fetch preordain. Okay, fair enough. Still good though. Like if we slam a Magus, that means they can't cast the black spells, and the black spells are important unless they find Jet, obviously, or Lotus. There's no swamp in traditional Doomsday stock Doomsday lists these days, so they did go top on this preordain. Maybe we can snag a nice one with Ragavan here. It also will incentivize our opponent to force Ragavan. I think what I have to do is go Ancient Tomb Ruby, and then Ruby pitching Spirit Guide Ragavan. That will get us to an additional treasure if it resolves, which will help us play around days. Oh, nope, they just have Black Lotus. Okay. Yeah, we actually probably can't win this game. That's fantastic. Brutal. All right, I'll bait days with this Sapphire. Yeah, these are like the two best cards against Blood Moon. Island and Black Lotus. All right, they don't care about us stealing whatever they kept on top with Preordain. That's interesting. It was a Scalding Tarn. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, like you can't draw up a worst possible combination for us. The one basic plus the one triple black non-land source. It's just Doomsday is too good, man. What could I say? Every draw is the nut draw with freaking Doomsday. There are no non-nut draws. They just kill you with double counter backup every turn too. It doesn't matter what you do. I swear to God. My opponent is just going to Street Wraith into Ancestral and then Lotus Thassa's Oracle, and nothing mattered. We could have showed up with any cards and none of them would have mattered. Incredible. Does this list not have a mental misstep, actually? Oh, interesting. Some lists are playing Shieldred, but some are still playing just Murktide Regents in the board. Okay, well, we get 3 Pyroblast, which I assume will help us. And I'm just going to take out 3 Furies. And I guess we can take out the 4th Fury for Needle? I'll just play a Fury. I can't draw up a worse scenario for us than what just happened. It's impressive. Needle Lotus is not too bad. Interesting idea. Listen, I try to be optimistic. I try to play happy magic. But Doomsday hurts me. You've all seen it. I'm not making this up. If you watch we should make a compilation video of every Doomsday match I've ever played. Ugh. Just Justin dying over and over again. This is an unfortunate hand. I don't think you can justify this. Mull to 5 here. Let's try again. This one is good. Turn 1 Magus. Turn 2 Hex or Caves. I'm going to put away Tomb, yeah. Don't think it's necessary. This one's not bad. It's not great. Like, we don't have, Simian Spirit Guide, Pitch Pyroblast. But Maddening Hex is good against our opponent. Magus is very good against our opponent. Like, I'm not joking. Magus is, like, real good against Doomsday. So if we can just have them... Like, they can't even negate it. So they have to have one of their 4 Force of Wills, or their game is going to be very hard for them. Maybe they have basic island off of no fetch into Black Lotus again, but... Like, the number of hands that Doomsday have that beats, like, turn 1 Resolve Magus should be pretty low. All right. Keep. Bottom. Done. Mana Crypt. I guess they could negate Mana Crypt, but what am I going to do? Lose, I guess. I do just straight up lose if they negate Mana Crypt. I guess that's a thing. That's, I guess, a reason to consider maybe keeping Ancient Tomb. I don't think that's what I would want to do. Magus, does it resolve? Force of Will check. Of course. It's Doomsday. Force of Will, pitch, Force of Negation. All right. Am I dead? They did keep a 7-card hand, so... Probe. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, if they had negated Crypt, it would have won them the game. They would have just straight up won right away. Basic Island, no fetch! How are you so good? Oh yeah, we're just slamming hacks. uh. Yep, we're definitely slamming hex. Play around days and negation is already gone. Agreed. No, come on, Max! 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 This is bullshit! This deck's so broken! Oh, shit. We're getting turn 1 with Force of Will backup again! Oh, shit. Do you believe me yet, chat? So they should be able to build a pile that beats Maddening Hex, right? Like Street Wraiths or something. I think you should be able to build a pile that beats Maddening Hex, but... Cycle into Force. Nice. The deck is unbeatable. It is just simply the best thing you could ever do in Magic. What can I say? It's really great that opponent had Gataxian Probe, so... They knew exactly what was in my hand and exactly how to build the pile to beat me. I don't know what to say. Like, you all see the video evidence that I present in front of you. This is not an uncommon occurrence. This is majority of my matches versus Doomsday. This is what Doomsday does. So, I don't know what game everyone else is playing, but this is what happens to me. All right, round 3. Hopefully our opponent is not on Doomsday so we can play Magic. Oh, our opponent is not on Doomsday. They're on Squee. So Magus, Blood Moon is a little rough against Squee because it gets Vigored. Magus is pretty good against Squee. The only answer is typically Force of Will or a Fury, and they don't always have all the Furies. If this hand had Red Source of some kind, I would snap it off, but it doesn't, so let's mulligan. We're looking for a turn 1 Magus if possible. Yeah, we're on the draw, of course. I mean, we can't do anything about that. I think I'm just looking for Magus. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Obviously, we have some mana problems after if our Blood Moon or if our thing doesn't resolve, but we also have a Fury to deal with something on the board, so we get rid of a Caves and a Jet. And we're gonna hope we draw mountains and stuff after. This looks fine. So opponent Serum Powdered and kept a 7-card Squee hand. That does bode badly for me. See what they got for us. Okay, so they have a Squee, and they have a Rootwalla. Any hollow ones? No hollow ones. Posture. What's wrong with my posture? I am leaning forward. It's hard to lean back. Too excited. Mountain's a good draw. All right, so I don't think I want to expose... So, like, the only thing that counters this is Force of Will, but if I play the Blood Moon, they can have Negation or Vigor, and I think every turn that I let my opponent activate with Squee is really bad for me. So I would rather just play the Magus and make them have Force of Will right now. I think that's the play. They have to have exactly Force of Will. Or Fury on their turn, of course. Okay, so do they have a Fury? Let's find out. They are going to get back their Squee, so they automatically have a red card. They do get to pump their Rootwalla with their Mountain, so that's pretty big game. Blazing Rootwalla is a sick magic card. It's very, very good. Wasteland turned off. Okay. I guess if they Fury and then Wasteland me, we are probably losing this game. Okay, they didn't even attack. I love it. Let's get this Mountain in play and pass back. Hard casting Squee. Yeah, that's true. So my opponent has only drawn one card a turn, like a normal human being now. I like it. I don't know how many forces that the third one. I don't know how many Furies a typical Squee list plays these days in the main. Is it like 2? Let's go look at the latest Squee Hollowvine lists that have been published. This one played 0. 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 Okay, I would say if they're copying a list, they probably play 0. All right, we didn't hit another land drop, though. But we do have a pitch cast Fury. I don't think I'm ready to pitch cast Fury here. They're probably going to pitch a Rootwall on end stepped anyways. I will probably start playing some amount of Blood Moons if I hit a land drop, just because it's nice to have redundancy, even if they can have Vigor. If I were them, I would be racing here with their 3 damage Rootwalla versus our 2 damage Magus, but that I guess that exposes them to Ragavan, so maybe you shouldn't race. Kind of interesting. If they hit another land, they can play a Squee that comes back every turn to blocking if they want, but then they don't get the pump, so a little odd. Looks like a lot of these lists play 3 Fury in the sideboard. That's going to be more challenging. Do you like this game of limited we're playing with each other? What do we got? Cycle Hollow One. I love it. Brilliant. You may cycle as many Hollow Ones as you like. Pitching Squee. Yeah. Land? Fable. Fable will be good when I get a land. I can attack now. I think it makes sense. I don't know if I want to show them that they can attack back, but whatever. I'm never blocking, so... And I feel like if I can get them to commit more Rootwallas, maybe I can play a Fury. Though at this point, they might have a Force of Will. Just looking for land drops. Simian Spirit Guides. Moxen are okay, but they're probably going to get Force of Vigored. So Moxen are a little worse. This is exactly what I like to see from my Squee opponent, you know? Not tapping Bazaar of Baghdad. Any Root Wallas? Any Root Walla gaming? Or just Squeeze? Squee Vengevine. Uh-oh. Oh no. What if they double pitch 2 Root Wallas and bring back Vengevine? It's okay. We still have Fury, so. All right, we're going to get to at least cast the Fable this turn. If they negate this or counter this, that's totally fine. That means 1 less counter for our cards that matter. I won't play Blood Moon this turn because I think that just makes it very easy for them to Vigor, Blood Moon, Ruby, though it will make it harder for them to bring back Vengevine because they'll have less cards in hand. Actually, if they do any kind of forcing, it will be a while before they can Vine. So they chose to Force of Will the Ruby. That's very good for us. This means they're really far from vining us, and also they don't have Force of Will for our Fury, which was something I was pretty worried about. Maybe I was supposed to engage in a Fury now. I just think that I don't want to. I think it's not worth it. There should be a very good MTGO intro video somewhere. It's not mine. I don't know if chat has one. Maybe there's one pinned in the Discord somewhere. I don't know. I can explain it at some point, but I'll probably do it between rounds if you don't mind. All right. Does this get countered? This doesn't get countered? So good for us. Imagine if they had forced this instead of forcing my Mox. I have no idea why they're not attacking. I couldn't tell you. Yeah, MTGO has its own, yeah. It displays in local time. For sure. Well, I feel very good about this game now. Of course, if opponent does have Fury in their deck. Oh my god, they have main Snapback? Okay, opponent, I see you. All right, the game continues. Double Root Walla, bring back Vengevine. Okay. I like it. I don't mind 1 main Snapback. Oh my god, we're gonna get Wasteland Strip Mine too. Sheesh. I thought we were doing good. All right. So I'm going to pitch Karn Blood Moon. So I need lands. Didn't hit lands. Okay. So I think I want to just kill all the Root Wallas and attack. Pitching the Blood Moon. I don't know. You think Caves here is better than Magusing? I'm not convinced that's the case. I'm thinking I'm going to Fury these lizards, get a free attack in, and then... Yeah, I think we're starting with Furying the lizards. And then I'll choose. I don't think Furying the Vine is better than Furying all the lizards. Let's see if they saved a second Force of Will for my Magus. The other thing that playing the Magus does is it lets us... No, I think I just like playing the Magus. I guess I can get trapped. That would be pretty sad. Did they have a force of will for this Magus? It's pretty bad for us if they have a force of will for Magus. No. Okay. And so next turn we can play Caves. I think we're back in a good spot then. Interesting. If they had Vigor and didn't use it on my upkeep, that's very greedy. It kind of feels like they have Force of Vigor, right? Or like even in my end of combat to kill the treasure. Oh, I guess they can have Noxious Revival into Snapback. True. That could be the case. I think that's okay with me. We're gonna actually flip this Fable in time to do multiple caving at some point. Okay, yeah, they have Noxious on Snapback. Okay. They bring back Squee. Snap back my Magus. Oh, no attack. Interesting. Maddening Hex. It's not a very good draw here. Well, I have to attack this goblin in and play this Caves. I don't really have a choice. It's very important to my continuation of this game. I mean, Fable was great for me. Being able to make those everything that Fable did was great. All right, Caves, baby. Show me Caves. It's just a Caves of the Chaos adventure. Nice. And we get a mountain. Let's go. I take the initiative. Okay. And if my opponent doesn't have a vigor or something for this reflection of kiki-jiki, then we're going to make a bunch of caves. It's going to be bad for them. I think they'll probably just bounce this Magus and activate and stuff, I would assume. Wait, what did they just do? Oh, they put back Force of Will. Okay. Okay. So they're going to bounce my Magus and then force it on the next time I play it? I think it's too late for that, friend. If I have caves going, when I make a copy and I take the initiative, I get to go like deeper in my dungeon, right? They're almost dead here. 7 damage. They're actually dead here if they attack. Oh, wait, aren't they just dead in general? Oh, they brought back Force to pitch to Snapback. I see. They didn't have another blue card. I see. I see. I'm pretty sure they have another revival. They're going to make a 4/4. Okay. I think they're still in trouble here. Interesting. I'm not sure I really like the game plan my opponent chose in this game. I think they could have done this better. See if they get surprised. Yeah. So we get to make this thing a 7/5. And then we get to copy it, and they drain for 5 life. And then we attack for 12 trampling damage. And if we draw a land, we play Magus after. Wow. Holy moly. Oh, yeah, and we get the 2 free cards. Okay, that was a really cool game of Magic. I like that one. All right, we get to bring in Leyline. And we get to bring in Cage, Crypt, Needle, Bridge. I don't know about Bridge. We'll think about Bridge. And then we can consider Shattering Spree. We don't need Chalice. We don't need Karn. We don't need Ragavan, I would assume, because of the little lizards. I don't really like Maddening Hex very much. I like Trinosphere. And I like all of these cards. So the question is, we could just not board in these. And these are the 7 best. And then we don't bring in additional hollow one answers. I think that's probably correct. Yeah, I would not bring in Pyro. That's not really the avenue you want to fight on. I think this is where I'm gonna go. Well, Cage is kind of garbage, so let's not bring in Cage. Let's take a Shattering Spree instead of a Cage. Cage only stops Vine, and I think that's not enough. Yeah, I like this. Okay, let's do that. I don't think this hand is good enough. If I had a Spirit Guide, I would keep it. But without a Spirit Guide, ooh, they lost their Snapback. We have to be worried this time about Furies for our Magus. We'll have to see if they kept in Vigor for Blood Moon or not. They probably did, because we also have Leyline. I'm going to mulligan this hand. We have Leylines, and we have turn 1 moons and stuff like that. Let's just mulligan. This one is at least a turn 1 moon, so I think this one's a keep. And I'm going to just bottom this jet that doesn't do anything. Let's see what opponent has for us. They did bring in Gaia's Cradle. Interesting. Seven card hand, Root Wall of Vengevine Squee, probably also a hollow one, I would assume. Yeah, that's a hell of a draw. Boy. So maybe we start by... I don't think we can start with Pitchcast Fury, to be honest, because if Pitchcast Fury doesn't resolve, we're just super far behind. We're super far behind for everything, to be fair, but... So I'm going to kill Vengevine Walla now that I've resolved Magus, and I have a Shattering Spree. Yo, what's up? We do still need to beat a hollow one, which is going to be hard. Maybe we do need to just bring in all the Shattering Sprees. Like, we probably need to make it to 4 mana and play a Caves and resolve a Caves. Or draw, like, Fury Red card. And we're already going to be at 6. It's going to be tough. I'm not sure we can get there. Opponent's start was just too good. 7 card hand with Vengevine, Root Walla, Hollow one. They didn't have a Force of Will, so we can take that as a small comfort. But very strong 7 card hand. Oh boy, oh boy. All right. Yeah, I mean, we also have a bunch of bad draws. It's kind of our deck, though. Why are you talking that into existence? I mean, a good draw is Fable. Fable's a good draw if it resolves. Makes a blocker and filters cards. They found Fury. All right, let's just go next. Yeah. I mean, we were on the draw. Opponent kept a 7 card hand. It's a tough time. I might want to bring in another Spree. I just don't know what I would bring it in for. All the other cards are very good, and they do exactly what I need them to do. I'm just going to keep it as it is. Maybe we could have mulliganed harder, but... Like, maybe on the draw, we need to mulligan harder for a Leyline. I think that's possible. Maybe it's my fault that we should have mulliganed a little harder, yeah. No, I don't think the natural bridge is good. I just don't think I'll be able to get under it fast enough. This one technically has a turn one Blood Moon, but I think because it's the it runs also into negation, vigor, force, but it is a turn one Blood Moon. I think I don't like this. Its hand's much better. I wonder if I'm supposed to. Yeah, I think I will. Just gonna slam Magus here. Okay, what do you got, homie? Another 7-card keep. So, should be interesting. No powders this time, just 7. Our hand's great. I mean, what more can you really ask for? Yep. All right, at least the Magus resolved. So, unless they have Pitchcast Fury, Pitchcast Vigor, and Bazaar in their 7-card hand, it's limiting information. If they know that I can cast X, Y, and Z after Mana Crypt, maybe they will negate my Mana Crypt. It's very important for Bazaar sequencing, playing your Moxen before you show which land you have, because in that case, not Bazaar sequencing, for Workshop sequencing, because in that case, like you could have Mishra's Workshop, Ancient Tomb, or a 1-mana land, and if your opponent knows which of those lands you have, it makes them have more information on whether they should counter your Moxen or not, or your Sphere or not, kind of thing. All right, I've got a Blood Moon and a Blood Moon. What I don't have is mana or a clock. They forced of will, pitching force of negation. So either they drew one of the forces for their turn, or they chose to let Magus resolve, meaning they might have a Fury in their hand. They have double Bazaar. All right. Well, Shattering Spree is kind of a garbage draw here. Triple Bazaar. I think I can just hold the city. Well, now all I want to do is draw caves. Caves is what I want to draw. Squee! I love it. I absolutely am in love. Tap 3 Bazaars, play Squee. Oh my god, they're almost at Hardcast Fury. That's incredible. I guess I shouldn't have held the City of Traders because it doesn't. It's because it's a mountain. Oh boy. Justin. All right, Squee comes back. If my opponent plays 4 Bazaars and Furies me, oh my god. Be so sad. Okay. Yeah, uh-huh. All right, we've got redundancy again. I love it. Okay. We're not making any progress because of this Squee, but it's okay. We have redundancy now. If they, I guess we could just die to a Fury. All I need is a Caves. I need a Caves. That's what I need. Caves is what I need to get me there. Yeah, Squeeze back. Uh-huh. Yep. Caves? That's a good one, too. That's a good one, too. Obviously, it's pretty rough if I get Vigored, but... It's also rough if I get Furied. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My opponent hasn't drawn any extra cards this game. So... I guess you could technically consider this Squee to be an extra card every turn. Maybe not. So this is a situation where I maybe wanted to hold a City of Traders in my hand, but I kind of want to have 4 or 5 mana so I can hard cast Vigor, Caves and Fury. So I think it's okay. Definitely gonna discard this Shattering Spree. Okay, here comes Fury. It's definitely time for Fury to get rid of the Magus. Because you get the Goblin as well. At least they didn't hardcast Fury. That would have been extremely bad for us. Did they pitch the Squee? They did pitch the Squee. Okay. All right, we still, hopefully, if we don't get Vigored, we still get to maybe draw some cards. Oh god, they have Vigor too. We lose the game. That's incredible. My opponent drew exactly Force of Vigor, Pitch Cast, Force of Will, Pitch Cast, Force of Vigor, Pitch Cast, Fury, Pitch Cast with triple Bazaar. That's nuts. I think we're getting Vigored, right? That's the only reason we'd stop on upkeep. I can assume. I guess at any point they could Noxious Revival back their Vigor. And then we'll just get completely mowed down, right? By Bazaars. Oh, they didn't have it. Okay. All right. Do we want Needle? I think the answer is no. Because if they do have a Vigor, they'll just hit Needle and Moon. Okay. Man, if we had a Hardcast Fury almost. Soon. I don't know. I think opponent still has another turn to draw Vigor. Or like Noxious Revival Vigor this turn. They had Vigor! That's so greedy! You cannot be doing that. That's ridiculous. There is no shot that is correct. What? They have one master. You mean you just activate all your Bazaars here, pitch all your cards? No? We don't activate all 3 Bazaars? What? They must have a hollow one as their last card. Then we can Fury it, hardcast, so... They must have a hollow one as their last card. That's the only reason you wouldn't double activate. Vengevine, Master of Death. Seconds. Oh no, same snap. One snapback still. They found Rootwalla, so they're gonna get Vengevine, Rootwalla, Hollow one, double Master of Death, and then a free Vizar activation. We're gonna lose this game. We're actually gonna lose this game. We're oh wait, no, they didn't have a Hollow one, so they just. I think they. There's no way you're not supposed to double activate it. And we're gonna get double wastelanded. Okay. All right. Well, if I draw Tormod script, maybe I don't know. Yikes. So I wish I had that needle. The needle I would like back. Do I just keep this? And then next turn we can hard cast Fury and kill Vengevine Rootwalla. Because I assume they're going to bring back 3 cards, and then I'm going to need this Fury after, right? I think I just have to keep all of this. Do I hold my Ancient Tomb? I can hard cast it now. I just think I need to hold it. They only have 1 waste, 1 strip left. So if you're them and you're bringing back 3 Squee effects, how do you sequence this? Do you do any activations? So up to 3, up to 4, down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. No, you can just do them all. Okay, well. Opponent's going to see a lot of cards this turn. I can't believe we're losing this game. I had how many Blood Moons in play? 3 total Blood Moons? No, I had 2 total Blood Moons and a ley line. Vigor is an unreal Magic card. I'm so surprised opponent let me draw 2 with Fable. I guess they were worried about playing a second moon. And it gives me an opportunity to pitch a second moon to Fable. It kind of makes sense. I don't know if I buy it. The problem is I can never play a second moon or a second needle or anything because Vigor exists. Like you can never play 2 anti-graveyard cards. You can only ever play 1 anti-graveyard card. Because if you play 1 or 3, you can never play 2. Because then you're just spewing. They still have a Squee in their hand, which means that they are holding a Fury. Yeah. Wait, they pitch cast Fury and didn't have another creature? So they have to hit a Root Wallow off of this bizarre activation? And they missed? I hate this sequencing. I think that sequencing is terrible. If I can get a Blood Moon, Blood Moon, Blood Moon, Blood Moon. Let's go! Nice game. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Nice triple bizarre. Yeah, I don't think opponent played optimally, is how I would say. Oh, we take those. Okay, here we go. Round 3. No, round 4. I've got Caves. Yeah, sure. I don't know what LB plays. LBBL. Multiply. Boggle. I need some energy to get me through. All the intense lines of mono red. All right, what do you got for us? 5-card hand, LBBL. Please be. All right, F6. Yeah, I lose all the die rolls. Uh-oh. Basic Island. That's not good. Also, top against our Ragavan is classic. I guess we get to play a Ragavan on this turn as well, right? So should I actually... Should I go Chrome Mox a Ragavan, play a Ragavan with haste now? That opens me up to getting misstepped. I don't like that. Four mana, turn one. Commander card. Yeah, I'm aware that I could play both. But... Oh, wait. Why didn't I play both? Oh, well. If I played City instead, you're right. If I play City and then I imprint, and then that also doesn't break if I get countered. Okay, yeah, I should have played both. Mistake. Don't think it'll matter much, but I guess it could. If I lose by 2 damage, it's my fault. Uh-oh. Forge. They can just spin. I hate Ragavan so much. This card just, like, they get to pick the worst card and then mill it away. Should I even play Ragavan? It's kind of bad for me. It does look like I will miss exactly 2 damage, though, right? No, let's see. This hits for 7, down to 11, and then 7 and 5. I don't need to play Ragavan here. I kind of think I don't want to. Oh, Saga blocker. True. True. I could lose this game because I didn't play Ragavan on turn 1. I see that. I was under the impression that I couldn't play Ragavan and dash it and then like play Caves post-combat if my Ragavan got countered, but I didn't think about playing off of City of Traders, I think, was the problem. This is the worst Magic card of all time. Maybe they'll counter it. And I hit a mountain off of my caves. Man, I am rolling low in this game. Hope I don't get Vault Keyed. I mean, they're still going to spin. Maybe the 3 cards are all good for me. I can dream, right? I really needed this Caves to hit a Magus. Bolus's Citadel? I can't guess that. See, I just got a bad card off the top of their deck. I hate Ragavan is just not playable Magic card. Oh, I keep trying to convince myself that I'm wrong. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. They shuffled. Wait, are we doing it? Is Caves just the best clock in Magic? Oh, might be. Uh-oh. Okay, sure. I think we're still winning here, right? This is a 4-4. Doesn't even trade. They take 5. They block. They... Am I gonna lose because I didn't do the 3 life? The two life from the first Ragavan hit? No. Caves is so good. Oops. Oops, all blood moons. Yeah. Yeah. I would have missed on that one, though. I also get to steal their top. True. True. Okay. So we're probably playing against some kind of Saga Tinker deck. I'm going to bring in Blast and Shattering Spree. And then I'm going to take out Fury. And I'm going to take out... What else did I take out the last time we played against that? Did I just take out some Caves? I kind of hate that now. Maybe I just take out Ragavans. I don't think so. I think it's fine. Especially if they're on Breach. Just take out some Ragavans. I mean, technically, I thought Ragavan is like supposed to be good in the, like the Tinker Mirror. That's why Budakov plays it. But if they have Sensei's top, it's just so bad. It's like unplayably bad. You think I should take out Chalice on the draw? We can also name 1 and 2. I don't think so. I never cut Fable. Fable's too good. Fable is just a much better card than Ragavan. So it's like if Ragavan was good. I think the deck doesn't function without Fable. You just like don't have sufficient card selection without it. Well, if they're on PO, Hex is great. If they're on Tinker Saga, Hex is fine. So yeah, I'm going to keep Hexing. Just going to take these Ragavans out. Probably just cutting all 3 Ragavans after this tournament. I just don't see the value in that card at all. I think this hand is actually like fine versus Tinker Saga. It's not great, but somehow still have my Ragavan in my hand. No, maybe I should just be looking for a turn 1. Let's just mulligan. I still have my Ragavan. I cut 2 of the 3 Ragavans. I think I'm just gonna try to high roll here. Has Trinisphere. If I draw a red source, like if I draw a Spirit Guide, it's really good. If I draw a red Moxen, it's really good. They have their basic island. Minimum number of Moxen. It's not that high. You can play more. You can play Opals. You can play Opals in this deck. I just don't really like exposing myself that much. Oh my. We had 7 mana, it'd be nice. But I guess we're playing a Trinisphere with super backup, so... You got a Force? If they don't have a force, it's so good for us because then we just play a chaos next turn. This way, we do have to probably battle on the stack here. They have Dak Faden, so they're Breach or Tinker Saga. I do think it's worth it to fight over this and lose our red source. Oh, baby. Oh, they kept in Mental Misstep against me. Unlucky. You ever have turn 1 Trinisphere with double Pyroblast backup? Because that's what I'd had. I need to hit a red land here. Unlucky. I mean, if my opponent just plays a Saga next turn, it's pretty bad for us if we don't have a land. I don't think they should fetch yet. That doesn't seem right. They can't cast any spells. No Saga. Okay. No land. Okay. They hit the Saga. Come on. Give me a mountain, please. Oh, they're going to... All right, I mean, I need a mountain this turn. I need to kill this Saga off. They got a Force of Will, but they can't counter anything because I have a Trinisphere. Mountain. Mountain. God, we're so unlucky. All right, well, now I think we're dead. So opponent's going to force if I draw a mountain, and if I don't, they get double construct. Yeah, of course. I mean, I think it's just bad variance. I'm going to make this play every single time. I have more lands in my deck than my opponent, too, so... Yeah, but I've drawn 6 cards this game. Like, all right, so I've drawn 5 cards this game. Like, you just make this play, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. My opponent could have not had force, and then I wouldn't have had to use my Lotus. Sure. They had Tinker. We would have lost this game so badly. If we hit a red mana, we still have this Caves. It might be too late now. It doesn't stabilize, right? We still die because there are 2 attackers. We play this for 3, and then we play for 3, we go to 1, and we die. Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's fine. We just didn't hit a red mana. Okay, submit. We could have done that. I just thought it was worse. My opponent played no Moxen. I'm heavily incentivized to play Trinisphere there. I don't think it's reasonable not to counter the force. I think that's I think you win. How many? A huge percentage of the games. I think you win a huge percentage of the games there where you resolve Trinisphere. I just didn't win that one. Like, I don't think that result space is going to be where the thing I do for that. I mean, you can. That's a play you can make. I just don't think it's a play I would ever make. That doesn't really feel like how this deck is supposed to be played. I don't think you're maximizing your deck's power level there. I think this hand's bad. But we are on the play. I'm going to mulligan it. Now we have no mana. You're not trying to 2-for-1 your opponent. That's not this deck's ethos at all. That's not the gameplay. The 2-for-1ing doesn't matter. We can go 1-for-4 as long as we do the thing where like we do the restrictive pieces. I don't think like looking at cards on value and on rate on 2-for-1. That's not what this deck is about. This is a slam dunk. How many cards do I have to put back here? They're on a mulligan to 6. I'm on a mulligan to 5. I can put back Petal Sapphire and play turn 1 Karn, turn 2 Moon. Or I can put back Mountain Sapphire and play turn 1 Moon, turn 2 Karn. It's at least Sapphire. It just depends. If I'm playing Mountain on turn, if I'm playing Blood Moon, I'm putting back Mountain. And if I'm playing Karn, well, the problem is if I play Blood Moon first, then I can't play Karn on the next turn. So I think I just put back Petal, play Karn, then play Blood Moon. It's probably fine. This does open my opponent up to going fetch land island, but Moon becomes somewhat worse on turn 2, but so does Karn, so I thought my opponent kept a 5-card hand. How did they have 7 cards? Although they drew a card for turn. So they kept a 6? Oh, they kept a 6. They just didn't have a land? Okay. Okay. We've lost 2 flips so far. Okay. Not currently winning the race against my own Mana Crypt. I have never once won a race versus my own Mana Crypt. Oh boy. We're at that life. Crypt is a super fast clock when it's on my side of the table, yeah. Uh-oh. Volt Key doesn't require any blue sources. Because I want to be able to play my 5... Oh, I don't have 5 drops. I mean, I have 2 cards in hand. I don't think it matters. But you are correct. I just will always have 2 dead cards, won't I? Word. Maybe I did the turn before. I think I just wanted to be able to play Fury, but Fury's not in my deck, so. Do I? No. You can't be unlucky lifetime, and even if you are unlucky lifetime, eventually you won't be unlucky. I'm memeing. I shouldn't have F6 there. It's kind of stupid of me. I wasn't really paying attention. Oh, now I can't get flustered. What am I talking about? Hull Breachers. They have 2 forces? Okay. Uh-oh. Who wins this clock? 5 attacks or 2 crypt flips? Not good. They could skip a turn. Oh, they hit Black Lotus. I guess we lose. Oh, we don't lose? That's good. Now they can block with Hull Breacher, though. I lost another crypt flip. How? It's so impressive. The average human being wins this game of Magic. I am not your average human being. Me and my mana crypt have a very special relationship. It makes 2 mana for me, and also it kills me. Looks like they have a Hull Breacher, and they're just going to go for the lethal. I'm going to play my Magus and not die. And see. Yep, Hull Breacher. They have 2 Hull Breachers? They have... did they pitch a Hull Breacher and... oh, Mystical... Lightning Bolt. Oh my god, Mystical Lightning Bolt? Yeah, sure. Like I said, I think the average gamer wins that. I am not your average gamer. Whoops. I mean, you could still theorize that I died to Crypt there. Okay, here we go. Round 5 of 6. What do we got? Turn 1 Monkey? Oh. I guess technically we have turn 1 Karn. Is that good enough with no follow-up? Kind of hate it. I guess we can get a cage. I think I'm going to go Monkey. I think I'm going to keep. I'm just go Monkey and then no Karn on the next turn. I've won a dice roll. I've been rewarded with a monkey hit. Aren't I happy? So happy. I decided that just jamming turn 1 card with no follow-up plan didn't look good. I'm just waiting for the deck 84 to let me play. It is currently my upkeep. Whee! All right, monkey, show me how broken you are. Hit me with Black Lotus. How about a Black Lotus? Be a good boy. Steal me a Black Lotus. Opponent forced it. Okay. Yep, sure. Anytime. I will take this trade. This is a fantastic trade deal. 2 cards for my card that I don't want in my deck. I accept. Man, you love to see it. I think I don't need to play Karn yet. I can go with a Fable. Why? What's Karn getting me? What's Karn doing? Fable has more generating value over turns, so it gives us more things. Karn stops us from getting Tinker comboed, I guess. That could be true. Ah, they have Ancestral. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I think we want to get our Fable down before Karn here. If my opponent had played any Moxen, I would probably agree with you, but I don't think so. Wow, force again. Man, opponent doesn't want me to play any Magic, huh? Feels a little rude. Force pitching fluster. Huh, what's a red player to do? Amok? Ponder. I think I like how I sequenced this game. I'm pretty happy to have both of those 2 cards countered. Like, if we follow up with a Magus or a Blood Moon, feels real good for us, right? Oh, they know I have a Karn. All right, let's Karn resolve. Woo! I think I am just going to crypt them so that they can't cruise. And then we can cage so they can't tinker and breach. So idyllic tutor goes to hand. Obviously, you don't want. You can also cast the instant speed off Teferi as well. All right, my opponent vamped. It's probably bad for us. Maybe land tinker. Yeah, or sorry, Moxen tinker. Moxen land tinker. Uh oh, do you have a? Oh, they have bolt. Sure. Okay. I'm glad I didn't get my Magus bolted. You have bolt tinker? It's a guy to do. Oh, and they killed our Karn. If they didn't have bolt, then we could have actually gotten bridge and survived. But like, I can't race this with a caves, can I? This caves doesn't have any removal on it, does it? No. Well, I mean, I played into this. Like, I didn't have to Tormod script them. I could have played around getting Lightning Bolt tinkered. I don't think I'm supposed to, but I would say like most lists don't even play Lightning Bolt these days. I think just maybe the Deck 84's list does. I don't know. Like, it's my play that lost us the game, right? Like, I can just plus the Karn. I don't have to tutor to the Karn. And maybe I'm supposed to play around 1 bolt that you can tutor for. I think it's like way more likely my opponent delves, right? I don't know. Could be my mistake. Maybe I should have assumed they had Vampiric Tutor because they pondered with a volcanic island. Like, maybe you could make that reference. I don't know. I feel like it's way worse if they just delve, right? For like lightning bolt to be good there, they have to already have bolt or tinker and mox in their hand. His hand's actually like not great. Yeah, we've gotten punished a lot for sure. It's a keep, but what am I putting under the stupid chrome mox? I have to put pyroblast under the chrome mox, right? And then dash my Ragavan and play a Fable. Don't play Crypt. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'll try to bait a misstep with the Soul Ring. Am I getting forced again? I feel like the only reason they were able to force of it last time was because they had Ancestral to refill. I mean, it's likely we'll die before Crypt Flips matter if we don't have a Magus or anything in play. They hit a Force of Will. Alright. I'm gonna hold this Ancient Tomb. I don't need more colorless mana. Am I dead? Sure look dead. Sapphire Jet Time Walk. Saga. Okay. Yeah. Certainly look dead. I can at least pitch this monkey and not worry about anything. I'll take 3. I didn't take 3. Are they going to Hull Breacher? The nice part, I don't have to decide. Ooh, I think that Trinisphere is really bad here. Maybe it's not. I mean, we're just going to lose to Saga tokens, though. I'm going to pitch Ragavan Tomb. Okay, fair enough. All right, I needed to hit a Magus or a Blood Moon there so that they could only get 1 Saga token and I could play it uncounterably. But I didn't hit, so. God, didn't even fetch a basic. Love it. We're gonna play this because of Shattering Spree. Looks like we're just gonna die. Cards did not line up the right way. The Time Walk was so good. Double Moxen, Time Walk Saga, so buy a bunch of time. I do have a Shattering Spree in my deck, and I also have Karn Bridge. Those are 2 ways we can come out of this. I guess Moon is not even that good when my opponent has both of their non-red Moxen. Yeah. We haven't done too well against the Tinker Breach decks tonight. Those are like all of our losses, right? We lost to Doomsday, and we lost to, Grixis Tinker, and I want to lose again to Grixis Tinker. The last match versus Grixis Tinker was a lot closer than this one. Oh god, I also have a mana crypt killing me? Yeah. Well. What's... Wrong turn. One card too late. Drew the cards in the wrong order. So if they don't play an artifact, I mean, I probably have to just jump either way. Sad Justin. Lightning Bolt again? Breed? Dak Faden? Ah, Soul Guide Lantern. Yeah, that's a card. Does make it lethal. So, do I have any draws now? I don't think I have any. I have Shattering Spree. I have one Shattering Spree is my only draw. Oh, and Karn Bridge. Karn Bridge is my best draw because that way I can actually kill my Mana Crypt off at some point. Okay. We got pretty much murdered in those games. I mean, it's gonna be tough to beat double Force of Will Ancestral as any deck. But it was particularly tough for our play one threat every turn deck. All right, one more round. Here we go. Sixth and final round. Can we battle back? 3-3 is the goal. Maybe get our money back. That'd be nice. Hand. Depending on what we play against, we can... Oh, well. F6. You have the power. You've seen the hand. You probably wanted to probe before you Volcanic Island, because then you could have fetched for a basic island in response to my Blood Moon. But they probably didn't expect Blood Moon, to be fair. I'm going to go Ancient Tomb, Emerald, and then Blood Moon. Play around days, just in case. I mean, I guess I have Spirit Guides to play around days, but they know about the Spirit Guide, so... I also would rather not use my Spirit Guide to pay for a days. Alright, does Blood Moon resolve? Mystical Tutor. Okay. Or... kind of a sketchy Mystical Tutor if you don't have the ability to play whatever you tutor. Yeah, I mean, I think I also made some misplays this challenge. I don't think it was, like, all variants. Yep, if you just exit if you, like, end task in Task Manager in your MTGO, then you can load it back up. I mean, even if you get Force of Will, if this result, like, I don't know if that's good. You know, I don't know if taking your top deck and making it Force of Will is good. Okay, so they have a Force of Will coming off the top. Maybe they just want to make sure they counter Karn. Oh, they have Soul Ring. Okay. So they got Force of Will so they can counter Karn. Do I want to just play Maddening Hex first, though? Seems fairly reasonable. They're, like, priced into letting this resolve, right? Because they have to counter Karn or they're going to not be able to play. Okay. They played a Saga and it died to Blood Moon. I don't think they have days, so let's just get this forced. They're gonna take 6 off our hex probably, right? Yeah. 1 off of force, and they took 6 off of hex. Yep. Oh, true. You can't daze because it's a mountain. That's a fair point. True. They've got a bunch of mountains. All right. Well, if they cast no spells and we draw no threats. All right. So I don't need to play any more mana sources because I have my 5 for Fury. Okay. You found something. What do you got? Is it free? Maddening Hex. Take how many? 6. It took another 6. Maddening Hex has done 12 damage on 2 spells. Oh boy. Maddening Hex has been so... The variance of my Maddening Hexes has been quite good. All right, so now at least if they find Time Vault, they have a decent chance to die. Woo, got there. We kind of got a little lucky there, I think. Maddening Hex has just been unreal good for us. I don't know. I'm going to take Pyros and Shatters, and I'm going to bring out Furies and Ragavans, and this is what we've done all day, because that's what we played against all day. Hex likes me, Crypt doesn't. That's true. I mean, the first video where we had Maddening Hex, it was also like 5 and 6 damage every time. We've definitely rolled very, very well on hexes. I think this hand's bad. I'm gonna mulligan it. Really don't want to see double Chrome Mox ever. This hand's very good though. Not very good, but this hand's playable. I like it. All right, fetched basic island. I like it. Or I don't like it, but you know, smart play. White Border 7th edition is a choice. Needle on Karn. Okay. We get a nice Fable into Fable Spree. Not bad. How many islands, friend? Guess I can tinker here. That would be winning. Time walk, sure. I don't think I'm ever like opting to spree instead of fabled on that turn. So, all right, well, we died. So we do have Karn outs, and we have fables going. So I will play to my outs. I'm gonna just get rid of Shattering Spree and Second City. Blood Moon. Sure. Well, I kind of need to play Fable so that I can try to draw to this Karn. So let's just play second Fable. And I think it's fine to get rid of our city. I guess I can just wait and then... Yeah, I probably should just waited. And then Blood Moon next turn. I don't know, I kind of want to throw some cards away. So I'm playing my one out to the pro red Sphinx is to Karn and Ensnaring Bridge and then kill them through initiative triggers. My opponent probably demonic for force though, so that was gonna definitely make my life difficult. Well, the fables will continue until morale improves. Guess this is fine. Don't think this line is ever really going to work. I guess they demonic for ancestral, not force. Interesting. So we could have gone for Shattering Spree and hit Pearl Needle, but I don't know. That doesn't really feel like a winning situation. Yeah, let's just try to draw to Karn. Blood Moon. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna do end step Shaman and then hope my top deck is okay. I die. Never mind. Man, everyone's got lightning bolts today. We churned through a decent amount to try to get to Karn. Can't be too unhappy. At least I have something to play towards instead of just losing right away. Definitely gonna slam this one. Not me loves this hand. May I have some chaos, please? They are considering allowing chaos. Or they're just looking, just seeing what it does, reading the dungeon. They have decided we are not allowed to have chaos. Reading the card does not explain the card. True. Very true. Playing without Force of Will just feels unplayable. Yeah. I mean, if opponent just keeps a Force of Will hand, you just lose so much. What's the initiative? Maybe when you grow up, someone will let you know. I don't know, man. I wish I knew. I don't think I'm killing this needle. Might need this spree for constructs at some point here. Okay, no saga tokens. I don't know. I gotta kill him. I wish there were options in the Undercity, but there are not. We just do the thing and we attack. Man, this Shattering Spree, a little silly. Hold on, can we flip a Magus? Why? Why can't we flip a Magus? Magus here probably game winning. Because then they would lose their Saga and we couldn't get combo killed or something. All right, you know what? I am going to spree this stupid thing. Well, no, they can just get a Mana Crypt. What's the point? There's no point. We just hope they don't have Tinker Sphinx. They have Tinker Sphinx. All right, cool. Awesome. I needed to hit stupid... I needed to hit a Magus off of my caves. If I just didn't hit all mana... Sure. Awesome. Yeah, whatever. Sure. Like I said, need to hit a Magus. Did hit anything. All right, well, that was unfortunate. I'm just a little sad. I think this deck is like a, I mean, probably on average a 3/3 deck anyways. I would cut all these Ragavans and play any other Magic card. I don't know what any other Magic card is. Maybe some Hexes. I just don't think Ragavan is really... It's just not playable. Card is just very much overrated in every sense. What would I play instead, though? I don't know. Maybe you just play Rabble Masters. I don't really like Rabble Masters either, but it's at least something. Yeah, maybe that's the idea. Maybe you just play 3 Pyros main. That's probably fine. You just hope they're good. And if they're not good, you pitch them. I guess you do get to just pitch them to Fable, so it's probably fine. I would love to play more Karns, but that is not legal. That is illegal, one might say. I don't know. Probably won't play this deck again anyways, but I would suggest if you do want to play this deck, I would cut Ragavans. Yo, hope you had a good stream, Cat. We're just finishing up here. We had a rough showing with this Stompy deck. I think there's like merit to this deck, and if you win some die rolls and hit some good matchups, or even if your opponents just like don't draw their basic island. Like we lost a couple games today because our Doomsday opponent had basic island in their opener and Black Lotus in their opener. Like you just lose. It's fine. But you get to see in round 1 like the real power of playing Magus of the Moon. Like our RPO opponent just couldn't cast any spells. So I hope you enjoyed this vintage content. Very special video coming up next. Oh, actually, this video will come out on Monday, which means I do need to record something before Wednesday. But the video on next Friday will be my Wednesday night stream where chat today helped me put together a 250 card Battle of Wits deck, which will be the 250th league I post to YouTube. New vintage Monday, Wednesday, Friday on YouTube. I will see you then.